Hello and welcome to Closing Time. Please welcome your host, AJ Tierney.
Hello, thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Closing Time. I am AJ Tierney, and this is my lovely co-host, Joe Turner. Give it up for him. All right, you guys want to hear some jokes? Yeah! Thank you all. Let's get into it. Apple is currently working on a fix to help stop crumbs in your keyboard from causing typing issues. Their solution? Beg Starbucks to stop selling croissants. This week, news broke that former President Obama is in the talks to have a new show on Netflix. Unfortunately, it is not a reboot of Cory in the House. Toys R Us recently announced that they will be closing all 800 of their U.S. stores. Aw, that's kind of sad. Joe, any ideas for one last scheme to save Toys R Us?
Yeah, maybe they could get more younger people if they change their name to something like Stupid iPad Games R Us.
Yeah, or like Adderall R Us.
That could work.
A new study shows that a lot of people have fart fetishes. It's true, I don't make it up. Their orgies are actually held in Chipotle bathrooms every Tuesday. Hashtag not my orgy. YouTube TV announced an increase of $5 per month for user subscriptions, thus increasing their overall profit to $5.
Oh, does that mean it used to be free?
Don't ruin the joke, Joe. Daily Mail recently ran an article claiming that Kate Middleton's fingers are all the same length, along with this photo of her hand looking pretty normal. They really should have checked the digits before fingering her for this one. That's my favorite joke. A 45-year-old woman from Arizona says she fell asleep with a headache and woke up with a British accent that has lasted for not 1, but 2 years. Doctors recently found this strange phenomenon was due to a severe deficiency of something called attention. There's a new fitness trend that is sweeping Sweden. It's called plogging, and it's actually a mixture of picking things up and jogging. Next, we'll have a new fitness trend called legals, which is turning the lights off and doing Kegels.
I do those. I do those.
You do Kegels?
Yeah.
Men can do Kegels? I didn't.
Oh, I can.
Okay, and that's the news. What's next, Joe?
Well, actually, I was wondering if you could swipe me into the DH.
Joe, I can't keep swiping you into the DH, and you cannot keep having my board bucks. We have talked about this.
We have.
Yes, we have. Check it out.
Come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom board the cat tomorrow. There'll be just thinking about a meal plan clears away a hunger till you're full man.
Joe? Are you okay?
Living off campus is a sure hard knock life. Wish I had a meal plan.
You can always borrow my board bucks if you want. Get yourself like a grilled cheese or something.
Really?
Yeah. It could be like your daddy Warbucks or whatever.
Oh. I think I'm gonna like it here.
Leaping lizards! I could sure use a Java cake from center stage right now, Daddy.
Oh,
Joe, I'm actually busy right now at work.
Can I use your ID then? I'll bring it back in a jiffy.
Sure thing, little orphan.
Daddy Boardbucks, I need a swipe. Now!
Joe, what are you doing here? I'm in class.
But Daddy Boardbugs!
Stop calling me that. I'm more than just my meal plan.
Oh, Daddy I mean, AJ. I never meant for you to think I was just hanging out with you for your EC cash. It's just hard living off campus sometimes, and I guess it was nice to know someone was there for me.
Oh, Joe. I didn't mean to make you upset. Your friendship means the world to me. You know, to have you, I think I'm the luckiest host in the world.
And I'm the luckiest co-host!
Hosting a show, hosting together. We're tying the knot, they never can sever.
I don't need Boardbucks now, DX swipes too. I don't need anything but you.
You spent quite a lot. My parents are angry.
They'll refill your card, so I don't get hangry.
And what's that DH food you always chew?
It's the ice cream cone. I love this swirl.
Seriously, Joe? They give those away for free at the Max. You've been wasting my money.
Leaping lizards.
Okay, well, I will say Joe has not asked me for a swipe in a while.
Yeah, being at home over the break really helped me reduce my dependence.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, were you at home over break?
Oh, no, actually, I was here, which you might think would be boring, but actually, it was super fun. My friends and I played a massive game of hide and seek throughout P Row, like the entire building.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really intense. So how was your spring break?
It was it's all right, I guess.
Well, I can't wait to hear all about it in our next segment, AJ and Joe's Top 5 Spring Break Forever.
Spring break forever, bitches.
Yeah, so my number 5 thing is obviously the hide and seek. Would have been my number 1, but I came in second. Honestly, it was rigged. Sean, I'm coming for you, okay? What about you, Joe? What kind of crazy stuff did you do over break?
Well, my number 5 is that my grandma is doing better. We're pulling for you, Gam Gam.
Oh, what happened?
We almost lost her.
Okay, so that brings me to my number 4. I tried the new restaurant, The Shaking Crab.
Oh, how was that?
Honestly, I will probably go back. It was cheap. It was fun. The food was good. They played an episode of Bones from one of the good seasons, you know? Let's give it up for The Shaking Crab, everyone. Yeah.
That's awesome. I also went to a restaurant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I ended up waiting for almost 2 hours.
Was the service slow or something?
No, it was actually my number 4 highlight of the break. I had a Tinder date.
Oh, how did that go?
She was really, really late.
Right. And was this a total stranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why didn't you just leave, Joe?
Well, it was International Women's Day, and I just didn't feel like it would be in keeping with the spirit.
You know, honestly, that is fair. So, well, my next thing is karaoke. Did a lot of it. Sang my favorite song.
Oh, what song?
Landslide by Stevie Nicks. Do you know it?
No, but I've heard that it's my grandma's favorite song.
Jesus. Well, what else did you do?
Let's see. Well, my number 3 thing is that when that girl eventually did show up, there were actually 3 girls.
Oh, okay. 3 women.
Yeah.
That sounds promising. Some sexy spring break stuff. All right, spill the deets.
Well, it was one of their 21st birthdays.
Ooh, I know what that means.
Yeah, actually you don't. There was actually another guy there. It turned out that they just wanted boys to be with them for company.
But it was International Women's Day.
I know.
That is wild. Okay, are you serious? This really happened?
Yes, all of this is true. 100% true.
Anyway, speaking of women, my number 2 thing was watching the movie Miss Congeniality, which is a great movie despite maybe not holding up in today's America because Sandra Bullock is timeless.
That's really great, AJ.
Thanks. Joe, I'm almost afraid to ask, but what was your number 2 thing from break?
The other guy on the date's name was also Joe.
Of course it was.
Yeah, he was nice though. Instant connection.
Okay, good. I'm so glad something went well for you. That's awesome. Yay!
Yeah. He hasn't really been texting me back. I don't know, a situation like that, you come so close so fast. And I just don't think he wants to be my friend on the outside.
Okay. Well, my number 1 thing was that I went bowling, and guess what? I won. Take that, Sean. My break was awesome, Joe, and I'm really sorry that yours was a nightmare. Let's just get this over with. What was your last thing?
Well, my Tinder date, her name was Kit.
Ew, like the American Girl doll? That's gross.
Sure, but she did introduce me to some really good literature.
Okay, all right, so that's good. What is it?
Her erotic He-Man Skeletor fanfiction. It's actually really good.
Okay, all right, that's all we have for AJ and Joe's top 5 Spring Break Forever.
Kit, if you're watching, never give up on your dreams. Keep writing. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Joe, I really think you can do better.
Really?
Maybe. We'll be right back after this commercial break with our guest, Kaylee Largay. Stick around. Welcome back. We're here with our guest, Kaylee Largay. She is an Emerson alum and creator of Cambiar Music Festival. Yeah, let's clap. So welcome back to Emerson, Kaylee.
Thank you.
It has been a minute since you were a student, a whole 3 months, right?
3 months is a long time in the real world.
So how's it been?
Scary, tears, but also been just like founding a festival, so that's been pretty fun.
That sounds better than
Yeah.
most. 3 months after graduating.
It's
That sounds
a
really
really fun
promising.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So how did you come up with the idea for Cambiar, and what made you want to start this festival?
Yeah, so it's a global music, fashion, and art festival, and we partner with nonprofits to fulfill missions of change. So the cause and the nonprofits will change every year. But what really made me want to do this was my mom was diagnosed with a really rare form of cancer. It's like 4 in 1 million people get it, and it's basically like the options are limited. So she was diagnosed the summer before my junior year of high school, and then by my freshman year of Emerson, like a week before my freshman year, she passed away. So this is like really dedicated towards her for the first year and towards raising all ticket sales will go to rare cancer research and treatment.
Oh my God, that's such a beautiful
Thank
mission
you.
to have.
Thank you so much.
So walk us through what the experience at
Yeah.
Cambiar. Yeah,
Thank you.
let's talk. What is the experience for fans?
Yeah, so there'll be not only like a major headlining music stage, but there'll be fashion runways, art galleries, some just cool moments, and kind of this focus on a philanthropic mission and kind of making this community of people who want to do good for the world and want to give back.
That is so cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So you were in LA last semester.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I loved it. I loved it.
And I hear you had a really cool internship. How did you get that internship?
So it all started one morning. I went to the doctor for it was supposed to be a regular checkup for like a nosebleed. And I went in and they were like, I promise this is related, like I swear to God, it's related. So I went in for like a nosebleed checkup, and then the doctor was like, so Kaylee, we have to put you under right now. That's my doctor voice. And I was like, okay, all right. He was like, do we have your consent to put you under anesthesia? And I was like, okay, but what are you gonna do? And then he like quickly said it, and I was like, well, I guess so. Like, what's gonna happen to me if I don't? So I went under, turned into the Incredible Hulk when I went under anesthesia and everything. And I was like, well, I have to go to work after this. And he was like, you can't walk, like you can't go anywhere. So anyways, long story short, an hour before my interview with my dream internship, I realized that I had an interview with my dream internship that day because I was so high from anesthesia. And I took the call, it was a video chat actually, so that was even worse. And I was dressed professionally, it was fine. But you know how when you do interviews, you write down little notes next to you, like, so I was doing that, but apparently every time I thought I said something interesting, I just wrote down a check mark. And then at the top, I wrote, "Great job, Kaylee." And then the next morning, I woke up and saw the notes and then got the email that I got it. And then the first day of my internship when I walked in, I acted super chill. Like, I was just saying things like dope and cool all the time so that they wouldn't think that I was any different than my interview. And then when I finally told them, like, what had happened, they were like, "I never would have known. Like, you didn't seem any different. You were so chill." So yeah.
Must have given you an added
Super high.
confidence
Yeah.
boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Get high before all your interviews. You
Just
heard it
get
here.
procedures all the time.
That must be like some nosebleed. I have a
It
lot.
was gnarly.
We gotta move on, but I have a lot of questions.
Yeah,
after
no,
the
later.
show.
Yeah.
Okay. Any fun stories meeting up with celebrities? Like, what is your biggest fangirl moment?
Well, this is this is just Beyonce. Beyonce is always my biggest fangirl moment. That, like, I bought tickets last week and I think I peed a little. So that's just. But like during the internship, I had a lot of cool moments, and I got to kind of see Kesha's transition into her new kind of style and everything, and it was really cool just to hear her sound check and see her and
That
everything.
is
It was
so.
really
I
cool.
love Kesha.
She was great.
All right, and you mentioned earlier that you started Cambiar in Emerson's entrepreneurial
Yes.
program. Can you talk a
Yes.
little bit about that?
Yeah, so E3 at Emerson is like you come in the fall with an idea, and then by the spring you're the CEO of a company. It's business plans, it's pitching in front of hundreds of people, and then you pitch for prizes essentially. And so I ended up winning a scholarship from that for social enterprise, and it just really kind of pushed me forward. But Luann Reeb, the professor at E3, is like the best human being. And anytime I'm like, any of us are about to give up or be like, "Oh, I can't do this," she's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna do it, and you can do it, and I'm gonna make you do it." Essentially, so she's been amazing.
That is so
Absolutely.
cool.
She's awesome.
And here I am. I go to clown college. I tell jokes. That's what I do here. Okay. And you've obviously headed down a successful career path. Do you have any advice for the starving artists here at Emerson?
I think just being a good person matters the most. That sounds so corny, but like,
beautiful.
just not being a dick is probably the best thing you could do. Yeah.
Yeah, great life lesson.
Thank you.
All right, now, Kaylee, are you excited for St. Patrick's Day?
I'm so excited.
Are you Irish?
A little bit.
Yeah, we're all a little bit, right? Well, I am, and there's one thing I know about my people on St. Patrick's Day is that there's going to be a lot of green clothes and a lot of red faces, which brings us to our next game, Mars or Irish person's face. It is exactly what it sounds like. There is going to be a picture on the monitor, and we have to guess if it's a really close-up picture of an Irish person's face or the surface of Mars. You guys ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's get into it. Joe, give us the first picture. He did it all by himself.
I think that one might be a face.
I don't know. It's either like beard hair or like a planet. I really.
This is way harder than I thought it would be.
They're both red.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go nose. I'm gonna go.
You think
red
it's the nose?
Yeah, red nose, yeah.
It's not
They
the
get all-
nose.
they get
There's
all-
no way it's the
I
nose.
don't know. I know a lot of Irish people.
All right, well, let's cut to what it is. Oh, it is the face. It might have been the nose, guys.
I like
Wow.
how they just put clovers on the sides to make it more Irish.
Yeah.
That wasn't enough.
All right, next picture. Okay, so this one looks a little different than the last, which makes me lean towards it actually being Mars. But also, different people have different faces.
Yeah.
So there's also
That's
that.
something I've learned.
I'm leaning face again.
You think face?
I'm leaning face.
What's the darker part? Is it
Yeah.
shadowing? Is it darker hair?
We must remember they are Irish.
Acne happens.
Oh,
Shadows!
I would have
From
said.
Mars.
I would have said
I
Mars.
was right. I was right.
So,
Okay. All right, next image.
all right.
It looks gross to me.
They're
It looks
very-
grosser than the other ones.
Either way,
I
Faces
don't know.
can be gross though.
You're right.
Yes.
I think it's a face.
Face.
I'll
Face.
go Mars still.
All right, let's see. Oh, Mars is kind of gross, guys.
Mars is disgusting.
You heard it here. Wow. All right. Are there any more?
Hey, let's.
Yeah. I think it's a face.
Mars, it's so dark.
Yeah, I really.
Face.
I'm going with face. Let's see.
What face thing? Whatever.
Face.
He looks like, what is that emotion? I don't understand.
The emotion leprechaun.
They're people. Okay.
All right. I'll go Irish.
Irish?
Yeah,
It's not even face Irish.
Well,
He's
okay,
just Irish at this
face,
point.
wow.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Mars just to fight.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Face.
She's going face every time so she gets them when she gets them.
This is way tougher than
We've seen a lot of different pictures of Mars. Like, it's a complex planet. It looks very different. Face.
Face.
It's just a gut. There's no explanation behind it. I have nothing to tell you.
Looks like makeup.
Let's see. Oh my God. That's not even. That's a fake beard.
That's offensively Irish.
What is the cut?
That's-
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into that.
I
I don't like that picture.
It's
Not
too
a
much
fan.
for me. I don't know.
All right, one more. Let's see.
Really? Okay.
I think it's Mars because of the dark. It's shadows again,
Yeah,
right?
Mars.
It's darker.
Yeah.
I know you think it's Mars, but I'm gonna
Really?
I really like this
Outlier.
strategy.
have to
Like,
say it's a face.
I admire it.
Just it's a face.
Okay, let's see.
All right. Well,
It's Mars.
we went with our guts. And
We tried.
It's okay. It's okay. Old college try. All right,
Yeah.
thank you for playing, Kaylee.
Thank you for having me.
And happy St. Patrick's Day. We've got to take a little break, but don't get too red in the face. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the season premiere closing time. How are we doing so far, guys? Thank you. I know, Joe and I are amazing. But the truth is, we cannot do it all alone. So please welcome the real America of closing time. 3 of our writers, Sean Derringer, Amelia Channon, and Tova Tensor. They're here. It's happening.
Hello.
Guys, why did you want to be writers for closing time?
Oh, me. I like to write, and when I heard my 2 wonderful friends, AJ Tierney and Joe Turner, were hosting a talk show, I thought that'd be fun to write for them.
Didn't writer interviews and auditions happen at the same time?
It was like really cute, like when I said it though. Like,
It was cute. It was cute.
Well, I found out that my good friend Joey Lyons was the head writer.
oh my God,
And I
that one
said-
actually works.
And I said, that sounds exciting. And I also auditioned to host the show, so I wanted to be part of it.
And now we're here.
We're here.
Yeah, I've been working on closing time since I was a freshman. I tried to be a writer when I was a freshman and didn't get hired. So, real success story right here.
All right. Well, let's pop it up. We've got some topics to discuss tonight.
can't wait.
First off, plugging. Have you guys heard of this?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, okay, so for Sean, it's in Sweden. It was like a hashtag sensation that took off, and people who jog and pick up trash.
Yeah.
So it's just jogging and being a decent human being.
Yeah.
And I do neither, so I'm not really into it. But what do you guys think?
It sounds like the whole point of jogging, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's the whole point.
like why wouldn't you just run on a treadmill? Because if you're
shouldn't you do that
already,
if you're already
yeah.
out in the world and you see a piece of garbage.
They pick up a lot of trash, to be fair.
It's like
scrolled
their
through
goal.
this, they bring bags, they tuck them into their leggings, and there's a picture of a woman, and she's just opening her pants, and it's just a bunch of water bottles.
Oh my God.
Okay, but I have a question. What does the L stand for? I get the picking up the trash. I get the jogging. What's the pla?
Do you know? Do you know?
Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic jogging.
Yeah.
So you can only
I was
pick up
thinking it was
plastic.
like a Swedish word. around like I didn't know. But yeah, what really gets me is that everyone or in Sweden, I think, are posting on social media. Like, okay, like you're good, but don't like. I don't need to validate your good deeds. That's kind of how I feel.
That's the exciting thing in Sweden is to be a good person.
That is so true. Have you guys heard that Toys R Us is shutting down all their stores?
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you taking it?
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm just gonna go online if I want toys. Sorry.
Do you buy toys, Sean?
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
Okay, to be honest,
The shirt seems like you do. Like, if I'm being honest, the shirt screams like I buy toys on a regular basis.
Okay, but like I've never been to Toys R Us.
Never?
And now I feel like I have to go before they close.
You gotta.
So I don't even know what toy I would buy. Like what's popular these days?
Oh, that's true. I'm not in with the kids.
Hatchimals. They're little like robot creatures. They're kind of like Furbies, but they're different animals, and they like hatch out of an egg. And there's videos online.
Oh my God, I've
being terrified of these animals like emerging.
And that's why they're closing all the stores.
Yeah,
they're not selling.
Scare them away.
Personally, I feel like the warm, happy experience of going into a Toys R Us, knowing that I'm allowed to buy a toy, is already behind me.
Yeah.
So the fact that future children will not have that joy is fine.
Honestly, like I didn't go to Toys R Us a lot as a kid, and it was always like we're going to get a toy for like someone else, like another child's birthday.
Yeah.
Like my mom was not the type that was like, you get to pick one out if you're good. Like no, you're good. Like that's the way it is. So yeah, I don't really care either, honestly. Another subject I don't really care about is Kate Middleton's fingers. Have you guys heard about this controversy?
Yes. They are the same as ours, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, they're a little different though. I don't mean to like play devil's advocate, but I looked at the picture. They're freakishly, I don't know. That's just.
Wait, I
but
thought
not
the
enough
picture,
to like make a video.
I thought they looked like this in the picture. Like
I don't know.
Like she was doing this?
Instead, I was imagining this.
It's like OJ and the glove. Who's
They're
to
like
say?
that in the picture,
I don't know.
but they're it's that these three fingers are slightly closer together in length than a normal person.
Yeah.
But she's a royal, it's fine.
That's the thing too, is that the royal family is already so like incestuous, and I feel like we can tell. And so like I think her fingers are like the least bit of the problem. Like she married in, you know?
She married in.
Totally.
Honestly, we just hold her to like such a high standard as well. People looked at my fingers, they'd be like, what?
Honestly, my mom has a really weird elbow, and we still love her. So
yeah, we make it work.
All right, well, this has been really fun. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Do you want to introduce the next video?
Sure. This is an ad for a very important, very real service that we here at Closing Time fully support.
Okay, sounds good. Let's take a look.
Hey there, I know what you want. You want a deep, intense, meaningful relationship with Jesus Christ, don't you, baby?
Why don't you give us a call? We're waiting.
Till marriage. Just as the Holy Spirit came to the apostles as tongues of fire, I'll set you on fire with my tongues.
Oh, hey, baby. Come over and swaddle me like our Lord and Savior, baby Jesus Christ.
There's more I can do on my knees than just pray for you to call. For example, I can take communion.
Apostles' Creed? More like Apostles' Peed on me, if you're into that.
You can imagine you're really touching me. Here, here, or here. But wait, there's more.
There's also me. What? You heard it was a sin to lie with another man? Well, it is. But it's not a sin to lay down on your tummy, kick your heels up, twirl the telephone cord between your fingers, and let another man tell you how much he wants to ride you, like Jesus rode that donkey on Palm Sunday.
I never want you to exodus my Red Sea.
You can be Jonah, and I'll be the whale.
Tell me how many Hail Marys to say, because I've been a bad girl. My bush is burning.
For I can do all things through Christ, who lengthens me.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord your bone to take.
Asses to asses, bust to bust.
You don't have to rapture it before you tapture it.
You can walk on my waterbed, and I'll put my loaf in your fish.
I'm not a televangelist. I'm your televagina wish.
Jesus may be your rock, but we'll get you rock hard.
So call 1-800, he gives. We'll put you on hold till marriage.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Wow. All right, that is giving me major flashbacks to living in the Bible Belt. We will be right back after this commercial break. Talented group visiting us tonight all the way from Berklee College of Music. Here to perform their song, From Orbit, please welcome Henry Mansfield.
Questions aren't getting far as there's no sound. You never heard them before, you sure won't now. But how big would I have to be for you to finally notice me? A stargaze mystery, and I'm the strange satellite you see. I'm way up here, and I'll stay up here. In a cruel game of light, the planet turns. America's offered night while Europe burns away. In which of these slow dying stars, the last call lights of closing bars, are you asleep or scared to dream? The dark sings nightmare songs, follow the moonbeams. And if a shadow passes through, it's just me. I'm way up here, and I'll stay up here. I'm drifting off, I'll hold you close. I'm drifting off, I'll hold you close. I'm drifting off, I'll hold you close. And I'm way up here, and I'll stay up here. And I'm way up here, and I'll stay up here.
call me.
That's our show. Have a great night.
One more time, give it up for Henry Mansfield.
Watch our history go, turned over in a game of concentration. In reverse at first, I lost sleep on your explanation, until the realization I'm not safe with you anymore. When LA finally slides into the sea, we'll watch on our TVs, stay home and grieve, and day by day is drifting the memory, morning priorities shift away from the ache. That's you and me, love. History now, and that's all it ever will be. I'd say a word and we'd see Venn diagrams combine and share a meaning. Smile drawn, turn they match. We spent hours on names and finally found the great one for the future. But you don't call it that anymore. I'll pull on my side, you pull yours. When LA finally slides into the sea, we'll watch on our TVs, stay home and grieve, and day by day is drifting the memory, morning priorities shift away from the ache. That's you and me, love. History now, and that's all it ever will be. History now, and that's all it ever will be. History now, and that's all. History now, and that's all it ever will be. History now, and that's all. You've got friends in the writer's room. I've got friends I'll talk to, and they'll both convince us we're the more mature ones. You're getting up, and you miss me. I'm getting up. Guess what? In the moments right before these memories close up, we'll get better, don't you interrupt. We made our separate ways out, with water around our ankles as we both looked on. And LA finally fell into the sea. We watched on our TV.